Paddy, it's a little deceptive.
Really?
Paddy gets fat, but he doesn't get out of shape. Paddy's got incredible endurance and an insane work ethic, but he also really loves to live and live life. You know, so have a few beers, eat some pizza, get fat, but he's...
Ilya Topuria.
Ilya no mas Topuria. He doesn't want no more.
If you want me to fight Posh Boy next, if you want me to fight Chorizo next, if you want me to fight Charles next, anyone can get it.
But I reckon December, Ilya Topuria, Paddy Pimblett. Why not, man? Let Paddy Pimblett have his summer. Get his back on momentum. You have to cash in on Ilya Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett. You just simply have to.
I think Paddy and Ilya is one of the biggest fights you can make in all of the sport. Why not? Why aren't we doing this fight right now? I want to see Ilya versus Paddy no matter what. Ladies and gentlemen, make it happen. Let's go.
I think it's one of the easiest fights that I could have in the lightweight.
He's not resting. He's not even celebrating. Fresh off UFC 299, Paddy The Baddy Pimblett has one goal: conquer the lightweight division. And he's not just aiming for a belt. He's calling out every single elite contender on his path to undisputed championship glory.
Doesn't have anybody in mind. Do you have some things, hey, this is what I would prefer from you?
No, not really. I want to be a world champion. I want to be undisputed champion of the world. I want to be the first ever world champion from Liverpool. And I'm going to do that. I know that's in my destiny. I know it's in my fate. Whether it's the next fight or the next 10 fights, I'm going to be a world champion. It's that simple. If you want me to fight Justin next, if you want me to fight Posh Boy next, if you want me to fight Chorizo next, if you want me to fight Charles next, any...
/in, /in.
Dave, put the music back on. I go back out and I'll fight Max. I probably weigh heavier than Max right now. I'm game. Know what I mean? Give me anyone at lightweight now and I'd...
Pimblett doesn't hold back. Max Holloway, a certified legend, absolutely, but other top contenders. He went straight for the jugular. Topuria, Arman Sarakian, Justin Geeth, all in his crosshairs. He's not just calling names, he's aiming for the biggest targets.
Fake he is, and I know he deserves a beating. And he got the beating he deserved off Justin, but he deserves another one off me. But at the minute, I feel sorry for him. Know what I mean? The poor little...
/in.
Fought both men. Which fight would you say is more challenging?
Oh, well, I mean, Ilya is one of the best in the world. He is one of the most dangerous fighters that there is, and he's a lot more dangerous than Paddy Pimblett. However, Paddy Pimblett is goofy. He's got a funky style, and not goofy in a bad way.
Yeah.
Not at all. You know, being goofy is such an asset. In there, he's really hard to hit. He's really long. You know, he moves in weird angles and at different times, and so that throws you off. And that's why he has success, and that's why guys like Sean Strickland have success, and guys like Dricus Du Plessis have success. Because their timing is just different and funky, and so having a funky style is hard to figure out the first time you're fighting somebody. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just that. I think Ilya is way more dangerous. I think fighting's crazy. I think, you know, in my mind, I think 97 out of 100 times, Ilya beats him up.
But here's the kicker. Even with all the insanity in lightweight, one name remains his absolute top priority. That personal beef with Ilya Topuria, it is not settled. Pimblett wants to end it permanently inside the octagon.
People would love to see you inside the cage with Ilya Topuria. How would you get the job done against Ilya?
Absolutely smash his face in for him. I can see me beating him anywhere the fight goes, to be honest. People have put him on a pedestal now. They think he's this big, amazing thing when I'll bring him crashing back down to earth in a big way.
/in.
What is going on with Paddy?
With Paddy, all the fans around the world, I think that they want to see that fight. And at the same time, I have to be honest, I think it's one of the easiest fights that I could have in the lightweight division. I don't know, I can do with him whatever I want to do in reality. It's very excited fight for the fans.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna enjoy a lot the whole process, and at the same time, it's a fight where I'm gonna be able to shine once again.
How would you win? When would you win? Give us some of that Ilya prediction magic.
Against Paddy?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to think about it. I promise you, I could like choose the way I want to finish.
First round?
Be like, that's for sure. He's not gonna stay there for more than one round with me. But I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be cool to submit him in the ground with a triangle choke from the mount, something like that. Like as I told him, put my in his.
Not everyone agrees with Paddy's confidence, though. Take Justin Geeth, for example. He's convinced Topuria would absolutely dominate Pimblett, pointing to Topuria's elite striking and championship-level skill set as undeniable proof.
Gagey to get you into that dogfight, drags you into it, know what I mean? And Ilya's never had that. Ilya's never had to come back from adversity. Ilya's only ever been the hammer. He's never been the nail. Know what I mean? That's why after that fight with Justin that I had, I knew I could come back stronger and better because I've done it before. I don't think Ilya Topuria ever comes back the same.
Backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in.
The card. Benoit Saint-Denis versus Paddy the Baddy lad. Paddy the Baddy Pimblett lad. Yous know who the boy is, lad. Yous know who the fucking boy is, lad. I'm the star of the show, lad. Paddy Pimblett steals the show with a generational performance against Benoit Saint-Denis. Amazing win. Genuinely amazing win. I don't know what the odds ended at, but when I was picking Paddy Pimblett, he's still an underdog. I think he was even more of an underdog when I was picking him as well. The odds closed up a little bit. But people were counting out Paddy here big time. And I said, what did I say, lad? Paddy said the same thing, actually, this fight week. I didn't make my prediction based on what he was saying. But that's the route to victory for him. If he stings Benoit on the feet and Benoit thinks I'll grapple, he leaves his head in position for a real elite fighter to catch guillotines on him.
But Paddy sees right through that undefeated aura. He calls Topuria's hype massively overblown, so confident he predicts a star finish. Whether it's a knockout or a submission, Pimblett promises to expose Topuria.
Lad, I'm like a fucking spider, lad. Starts calling out Ilya Topuria, the winner of Holloway versus McGregor. There was fighting, I guess that fight ain't happening. Maybe you could get Holloway though. But I reckon December, Ilya Topuria, Paddy Pimblett. Why not, man? Let Paddy Pimblett have his summer. He's back on momentum. You have to cash in on Ilya Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett. You just simply have to. I won't take anything else. And then you do Oliveira, Arman. I would like to see Arman versus Gaethje, but I could see them not doing it and maybe doing an Arman versus Holloway, but I don't know what's going to happen. But Paddy Pimblett, Ilya Topuria has to happen next. And guess what? It's actually a fucking interesting fight.
Backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in.
Calling it one of the biggest fights in the sport right now.
Wow. Again, I say wow to the Paddy fight. I was not expecting that at all whatsoever. Holy smokes. Newsflash, if you don't know, Paddy choked a man dead in 30 seconds. And that man was BSD, which is no slouch. Paddy, wow, my hat's off to you, brother. That was impressive. I didn't think you were going to do that, man. That was impressive. I think Paddy and Ilya is one of the biggest fucking fights you can make in all of the sport. Why not? Why aren't we doing this fight right now? I want to see Ilya versus Paddy no matter what. Ladies and gentlemen, make it happen. Let's go.
Go. While calling it.
And get this, Topuria is just as confident. He's called Pimblett one of the easiest matchups in the division, guaranteeing he'd be in complete control from start to finish. He's even joked he could pick his method of victory, pouring gasoline on this heated rivalry.
Charles?
And have you heard anything back from him or?
No, like I've got nothing but respect for Charles. Know what I mean? He's an absolute legend in the sport, but he's on his way out. And I think if he tried to grapple with me, I'd submit him. But we'd probably end up having a war for 5 rounds on the feet if I ended up fighting Charles Oliveira.
Backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in, backslash in.
Paddy Pimblett, he was amazing. What's next for Paddy? We don't know. I don't think it's going to be a title fight. I think maybe a fight with Charles Oliveira. He called him out.
Like, I've got nothing but respect for Charles, know what I mean? He's an absolute legend in the sport, but he's on his way out. And I think if he tried to grapple with me, I'd submit him.
Maybe a fight with Max Holloway. Maybe a fight with Justin Gaethje. A fight with Max Holloway would make a lot of sense. If Max wants to come back down to 155, which I think he will. He looked quick, he looked fast, he looked mean, he looked lean, he ran in, he jumped off the side of the octagon like Anthony Showtime Pettis back in.
Pimblett, though, is doubling down. He believes Topuria's star ceiling is nowhere near as high as people think. He even suggests the punishment Topuria has taken could permanently shatter his confidence in the future.
Next for Paddy, you want to know a great fight that somebody in the know, I gotta leave their name out, but somebody whose opinion matters just suggested? Max Holloway versus Paddy the Baddy. Now, I understand the recency bias on getting them together, but there's still a post-fight press conference. There's post-fight media. If those guys go out and find one another, right, I don't think it's a fight that the UFC is going to get going. Paddy the Baddy's already got his hands full. He got business with Arman Sarukian. He's got business with Ilia Topuria. Justin Gaethje mentioned last night, if you guys didn't see, that he has not yet decided if he's going to retire or continue to compete. I didn't even know that was on the table. I thought Gaethje was all in, but just imagine that Gaethje was to step aside. That puts the belt up at a vacated standpoint. 2 athletes are going to be asked to come forward. I have to assume Paddy is one.
/in, /in.
This was hot, man. Paddy the Baddy is nobody's fool. I think that you guys are seeing that now, but a lot of you guys were like me. You thought that this was a kid that said funny things with a weird hairdo. This is a regional fighter. He doesn't take it too serious. He blows up. He goes from Paddy the Fatty to Paddy the Baddy. He doesn't do that anymore. Rashad Evans was just making a point. Rashad had talked to people in his camp. Paddy's not blowing up in between fights anymore. Paddy's been out with injury. Paddy's last contest was a long, drawn-out, 25-minute war. Think about him in this standpoint. If he uses this for what it should be, a springboard, he's already got his weight down. He's already in shape. He doesn't have to miss a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks of practice to heal his body. This literally is what dreams are.
But wait, it gets better. After UFC 299, the MMA guru dropped a bombshell. Paddy Pimblett stole the entire show against Benoit Saint-Denis. He wasn't just good, he was dominant, proving all the doubters dead wrong as a massive underdog.
I think Paddy Pimblett is a future champion. I truly mean that. He's very good everywhere. He's good at creating the chaos. And I think for him, once he gets into chaos, he's able to find submissions. And each submission that he really, gets is very, very good basics, good fundamentals, meaning that BSC comes across the board, they start exchanging, he shoots a takedown, he gives up his neck, he takes the neck, and he stays with the choke. He attacks the guillotine, BSC rolls. When he rolls, he attacks the shoulder. When I mean he attacks the shoulder, when he's trying to roll through, he attacks the shoulder so he can't completely roll through. When he attacked it and he rolled through, he locks up a beautiful Darce choke. He hangs onto it. BSC's trying to escape. Paddy sits on his butt, throws his legs over, and he's able to lock it in. He keeps it, secures that beautiful /in,
/in.
Let's talk very briefly about what happened in the co-main event, because what happened in the co-main event to me, I thought was going to be related to the main event. I was even saying as we were doing the watch along, like, oh, do they bring Paddy out? Do they have him there? Obviously, much ado about nothing. But Paddy Pimblett was given the slot of co-main event, not by chance. And who cares what happened in January at this point? Paddy Pimblett gets the opportunity to showcase himself on the Conor McGregor card. We'll find out maybe down the line how many people were actually watching, but I'm sure it was a big number. And he came out. I mean, the complete 180 of what happened in the main event. He nailed it every single step.
After that statement victory, the guru is adamant. The UFC needs to book Pimblett versus Topuria immediately. He argues the rivalry is supercharged. Both fighters have immense momentum, creating one of the most compelling and marketable fights possible.
Nails the walkout, the entrance, all that stuff and more, and then he submits Benoit Saint-Denis via Darce choke in what was also a shocking turn of events in a very short amount of time, because Benoit Saint-Denis, throws a kick and then all of a sudden, I think it was a kick, right? And then all of a sudden shoots and gets caught in a guillotine, which eventually ends up being a Darce choke here. And Paddy is unbelievable on the ground. He's obviously very comfortable. That's his forte, the grappling side of things. And he chokes him out. Not just chokes, out cold. Out cold. An unbelievable turn of events, a glowing review, and then he nails the post-fight interview as well, because he says, Ilya, Connor, who else did he say? Max, Justin, you can all
/in. Even Jorge Masvidal agrees, but with a twist. He says Pimblett's last win made the Topuria fight undeniable. This rivalry now has everything for a mega fight. Bad blood, incredible momentum, and clear championship implications. /in, /in. Pimblett also fancies his chances against Charles Oliveira, claiming the former champion is no longer at his peak. He's confident his grappling would ultimately secure him a submission victory, and Michael Bisping sees high-profile matchups like this as the perfect next step. /in, /in. Chael Sonnen, ever the provocateur, echoes this, taking it a step further. He believes Paddy is swimming in massive opportunities. Sure, everyone's buzzing about Holloway, but Sonnen thinks matchups with Topuria or Arman Tsarukyan are actually even more logical. /in, /in. And here's the kicker. If Justin Gaethje steps aside and the lightweight title picture reshuffles, Pimblett could slingshot himself right into championship contention. Even Demetrius, Mighty Mouse Johnson, the GOAT, is buzzing, calling Paddy a future UFC champion. /in, /in. Ariel Helwani was spot on. Pimblett's night couldn't have been more perfect. From that iconic walkout to the dominant submission and confident post-fight interview, he capitalized on every single moment. He didn't just win, he cemented himself as a legitimate contender. /in, /in. So there you have it. Paddy Pimblett is on a collision course with the lightweight elite. The Topuria beef is hotter than ever, and the entire MMA world is watching his rise. This isn't just about one fighter, it's about a division being reshaped in real time. So here's my question for you. Has Paddy done enough to earn that blockbuster Topuria fight, or does he need one more top contender first? Drop your predictions and opinions in the comments below. If this breakdown helped you understand what's really going on, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell because things are about to get even crazier. I'll see you in the next one.